Hi guys, it's Ray. Today we are working on a 22-ounce taper from Maker Flow Crafts. I'm going to try and do a thick kind of diagonal band of a white, which I'm actually going to use Touch of Rose Cheat for. I'm going to use a little bit of the Dusty Rose Chunky Mix from LMNOP and a little bit of the Rose Gold Goddess, also from IPP. So I'm going to try and get the direction I want going here. We'll see how this goes. Keeping in mind that this is going to be a taper. I want a pretty big chunk of white. So a little further over here at the bottom. Let that drop off the bottom there. I'm going to cover like half the bottom with that. So that's it for that. I'm going to scoop the rest of that back up quick. Set that on my drying rack behind me. Getting ready to go to work. I'm going to end up looking like a stripper tonight because I have so many different glitters going on today. But that's okay. And next I'm going to come in with that Rose Gold Goddess and do a stripe on either side next to that Touch of Rose. And this is not just a rose gold, it does have color inside of it. I used it on something already, I don't remember exactly what. That happens. But I'm going to do the rest of the bottom with this because I don't really want to do the bottom with the chunky. So. A little bit more right there. Okay. So that's good enough. Actually, I want to get the rim a little bit also. I might even get the top rim just a little bit. Okay. So same thing, I'm going to pick that up. You can see the shift in here from the holographic that's mixed in. There. And last, the Dusty Rose that I am just going to fill the rest of this with. I did use the epoxy method, so I put about 3 mLs on here. It might have ended up seeming like a little bit more simply because this was the 3rd cup I did the epoxy method on, so it I had more on my gloves to start. And I'm actually going to grab a glove in a minute and pat this down. But first I'm going to pick up some of this excess a little bit so I don't waste all that good glitter. Set that aside. just going to grab a glove. And go ahead. And I'm just going to tap this down and maybe push a little bit of it up. I'm okay with the fact that I can see some white through this. It's gonna end up with like Milky Way white for the next step, so it's fine. But I'm good with that. I'm gonna get that little piece of chunky off of there and off of there though. So that is it for now. I'm gonna let this dry on here and get a coat of epoxy on it, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm on take 2 of my other decal for this side. I decided not to do the Milky Way part on this because the decal is going to be fairly large and there's just a lot going on anyways. But I cut some spots. I cut them too big the first time, so I cut another sheet, and they weeded like a dream on here. So that was nice. And I'm going to apply them in sections. So, I'm just going to start. I'm not going to make you watch me do this entire thing. Do you see that rainbow shift on this rose here? Look at that. It's crazy. I'm not going to do them by hand or individually, but I am going to do section by section. So it is going to be a little bit time consuming to apply these, but I think it's going to be worth it because look how beautiful that's going to look next to that. So probably going to grab a new piece of transfer tape too. But this is going to take me a bit of time. Like I said, I am not going to keep you here for the whole process. I will bring you back in when I am done or just about done. Okay, so these are all on. Just kind of a flow down to the bottom. So, this was a pain to weed, but I didn't want to do it printable to go over this, so I used the SVG instead, and I am hoping that it will all fit on the pink so that it'll pop. I actually cut it in navy blue the first time and then totally messed up weeding it and realized that I wasn't really going to like the blue anyways. So, because I'd really had it in my head as white, but I didn't think I was going to be able to weed it in a size that would fit. But I got it. So, get this burnished on really well before I pull my transfer tape. Ta-da! Oh, I'm so glad that worked. Whew. So, she's got the same spots. Just another messy bun mama. You know, because these things, even though I have no desire for animal spots or this particular image, lots of people love it. I mean, I love it. It's just not me. So I touched to the cheetah print or leopard print over here, and over here, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'm gonna let these sit and make sure they're adhered really well, and then we'll get some epoxy on it in a little bit. Okay, time to get some resin on this beauty. Get her spinning. I've got my resin mixed up. It's very bubbly because it's quite cold in here, but I will torch them out in a minute. And it is a coat of liquidy split, and that is pretty forgiving in my experience with bubbles anyways, so it should be all right. I'm glad I didn't do the white on here because it would have prevented me from being able to do the decal in white. And I really think the white was the best choice. I love the way this came out. So I'm just gonna smooth it out, fill in all those spots. And then I will let it spin for a couple hours, and I will come back and get you a close-up once it's spun a bit. As soon as I saw the rose gold vinyl, I knew I had to do a cup like this. I just, even though it's not my personal taste, I just knew that this is what I wanted to do with it, so. And I'm pretty excited that it worked out. And, yeah. Pretty pleased. So, that is that. I'm going to get these gloves off so I can torch quick. Get any of those bubbles popped out. And then just let it do its thing. I'm going to prop the bottom of this turner up just a tiny bit though. I am slightly off level, I think. And I usually fix that just by putting a popsicle stick under the end of this. So, that is it. I will be back for a close-up in a bit. Alright, let's check this beauty out. I'm just handling it with a glove because it's so fresh. But look at that. This is absolutely... Look at the rainbow down the side. And then as you turn it, it's the rose. It's hard to even get the rose to show on camera because it's picking up so much of it. So much of the rainbow from the light. But this is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I'm not usually into the mom life bun thing, but this cup is spectacular. There's the bottom. Just freaking beautiful. I'm trying to get it so you can see. There you go. The rose. And then as soon as the light gets to it, the rainbow kicks in. It is freaking amazing. And the way that weeded was incredible. Simply phenomenal. So, this one on the other hand, not so much. This image came from Creative Fabrica. If you do this one, I highly recommend weeding the outside first, obviously, getting rid of all the excess, and then start at the bottom and work your way up, because you'll be able to tell what stays and what goes if you work this direction. The first one I tried to work top down, and like these little fine lines are what kept throwing me off. I thought they had to come, or I thought they stayed, and like the inside came out. It got me all messed up. So I definitely recommend working your way up, like doing the glasses, then doing this part, her forehead, and then doing the individual hair. Had I done that the first time, I probably wouldn't have gotten so frustrated with it. But overall, it was a great image. If you want just a leopard to put on whatever you wanted. So yeah, I will get links to the image, this vinyl once again, and yeah, that is it. Let me know what you think of this one. I absolutely love it. I think it's very cool. So, thanks for watching.